Hi, thank you for joining in. This week, we kick off today's episode interviewing one of my most favorite couples who have purchased land from us in Nanyuki. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. You're watching On Land in Kenya. I am Solomon Wangwe.
I'm Christine Rose Odera, and I consider myself, I think, first of all, to be a mother of two teenage daughters, a professional in my field. For a long time, I've been in real estate, in service offices, now partnering with an HR firm. We do recruitment and we do outsourcing.
My name is Pete Odera. I wear many hats, but like my wife said, I'm a father of two beautiful teenage girls. That's almost everything that I do. Everything that I do going forward, I found out more and more is because of them, for them, and so on. So I know that people say a lot of things, but that's what it is. But I also I wear three other hats. I'm a minister. I pastor a church. I'm also a musician. Most people know me for my music. I've been in music for a long time, won numerous awards, founded award things. Kisima Awards was one of our babies. So music has been a large part of my life.
I think so. Everybody wants to be considered to be or wants to know that they've made important decisions like investing. And so, yes, to an extent. Not big yet, but yes.
I'd say everybody's investing.
Yeah.
We're not always conscious of our investments. We're investing in time,
right.
investing in relationships,
Right.
And whatever you invest in will sooner or later pay back. Whether it pays back well or pays back badly is really based on how you really looked at what it is in when going in. So when you talk about investing in land or investing in a business, that seems to be obvious, but everybody's investing. We're all investing, and these are the various kinds of, this is just one of the kinds of land and capital investments are just some of the ways of some of the different kinds of wealth that people invest in. We were saying this in the morning. Happy wife, happy life. So my wife told me about Goshen Investments. She was in a network, sort of like a network relationship with the Goshen CEO. She kept talking about this thing, and I was kind of rolling my eyes, kinda. But then when she began to explain to me what this was about, I said, okay, let's give it a listen. So that's how I heard. I heard through my wife, who's wonderful at hearing things.
I heard about Goshen acquisitions a couple of years ago. I think it was about 2013. I think it was. I was attending an early morning networking meeting, and I happened to hear about Goshen, and I met Solomon, and that's where it started on that very first day.
We were looking to extend our investments and put it in a tangible asset that would give us back returns in the long run, and so I think what Solomon did for us was to explain to us the beauty of long-term investments in land. And so we said, okay, it's something that we'd be interested in doing because it's just sort of in line with what we were doing at the time. And it was it was at the time a very attractive idea because of how we felt what the long term would be for us.
I think we understood that land appreciates in value.
Right.
And so that was one of the motivators. We had some money, we wanted to put it in the right place. Obviously, we talked about being parents at the beginning. We have two daughters. Any parent wants to leave a legacy for their children. Land is one of the ways that you can do so.
Absolutely.
It's good value. It's not going anywhere. Put some money into it. Yes.
I found that a lot of Africans, and I mean, I think this is just a reality for a lot of Africans, don't truly understand the idea of generational, what I call generational wealth, where you put something in that not just you, but your children and your children's children can really walk and live in something that you put in. And so there's two things. Many Africans don't make plans for their retirement. You know, just work and work and work, then you say, my kids are my retirement. The idea is to really put, and our kids were involved in it, you know, even from the word go. They came, they saw the property, they said, okay, so that they can understand early. This is the value of this thing and this is where it's going. So we're trying to teach our kids that you can invest for the future.
I'd say very, very, very good. I know a lot has been said about real estate and the real estate field, and people who sell land, selling generally, or let me say salesmen tend to want to force their product on you.
Right.
Salesmen tend to insist that their product is the best. Never mind that it isn't always. My experience was that Solomon listened to what we were talking about, what we were interested in, made propositions. He had, various options. He made some propositions. Solomon always went out of his way to make it easy. When the time came to, take a look at the land, well, we were making a trip out into the Mount Kenya region. Solomon went out of his way to be in the Mount Kenya region at the time. Came out, spent the day with us, told us about it, explained the whole concept, talked about pricing, talked about neighbors, talked about the product as a whole. Really what it was an experience. He made sure that we understood the product. He understands his product. He told us about it. We understood it. We bought into it.
My experience was very interesting. I think for me, I'm big on integrity. I'm big on keeping promises. I'm big on things like keeping time. Those are the little things that just say something about people. They respect your time. They respect your values. I try not to do business or dealings, even though in my business, you can't avoid it. Dealings with people who don't share your values and your beliefs. And I think that for me, these were the things that drive behavior that I said, this seems like a straightforward guy who knows what he's doing. And other than what my wife has said, I think to me was just the whole idea that he was a person of integrity, seemed to be a person of integrity, just talking back to me. Having had some experience with different people, you're trying to find a house, even just to live in if you're renting. And, a lot of real estate guys just, push you back and forth and treat you like, hey, we're just doing you a big old favor, just fork your money over. But that's not the feeling I got from Goshen. Goshen's business was very professional. They didn't try and come across to look bigger than they actually were. At the same time, I feel even just from the other, having known a couple of the other clients that Goshen had dealt with, that it was really just a really pleasant experience. And our entire, because it wasn't the first piece of property that we were buying, I found that the whole idea for me was that a lot of people have had these horror stories, buyer beware. Everybody talks about that from time to time, and I said, well, this has not been my experience, and I think in that way I've been blessed to really just find people whose interests really looked into the interest, and our desire and their product really just matched and met at the correct place. Well, firstly, let me say that that purchasing land is a worthwhile investment. I think it's a worthwhile investment. Do it right. Do it right. Get whatever advice that you can get from whoever you can get. Get the advice. Once the advice is gotten, I would advise people to say, "Hey, look, work with Goshen. They know what they're doing. Goshen knows what it's doing, and you can see that." Would I recommend? Absolutely. I'd absolutely recommend it. At the same time, I'd say, if this is what I was feeling even as our wife was speaking, at some point I wish that I had more investment capacity at the time to really just make. I wish there was a way in which we could do more. But my feeling is yes, absolutely. I would recommend it.
I hope you enjoyed listening to the Oderas share about their experience buying land from Goshen Acquisitions in Nanyuki. I really like their emotive sense of responsibility for their future generations. It's actually why we ourselves are very pro-investment in real estate. It's always about building wealth for future generations. And I hope you caught that and enjoyed their experience. If you're interested in making an early investment in Nanyuki, where the Oderas have already invested, we're currently offering 1 acre plots only 4.5 kilometers from the Olpajeta Conservancy. It's one of Africa's most famous, and just 500 meters from Laikipia County's first 18-hole championship golf course and country homes estate. Beautiful views of Mount Kenya on clear days, and in some you can even see the Aberdare Ranges and the amazing Loldaiga Hills. Check out our website as quickly as you can. They're moving fast. www.goshenacquisitions.com. You can click on the right tab, says Grand Acres for more details on that, or you can even give us a call directly at 07-001-0001. Again, that's 07-001-0001. You've been watching Own Land in Kenya. I'm Solomon Wangwe. Stay tuned for more information on strategic land investment.